commercial bill. So it is the commercial bills is popularly known as bills of exchange or bills. Okay. So the commercial bills are, it is an unsecured promissory note. Okay. It is a written instrument which contains, this particular bill will contain the unconditional order. It contains the order that the bill is signed by the drawer, that is the seller, and directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to the bearer of instrument at the future time. Okay, for the future time you have to pay certain amount. After the completion of certain days you have to pay certain amount by the person who have this bill. That is what a commercial bills. So commercial bills arises when the firm sells the goods and services on a credit basis. If a person sells the goods and services on a credit basis, then that particular person draw a bill. That is called as a commercial bill. The seller, that is the drawer, will sign on the bill. That bill says that that particular person have to pay certain sum of money. That particular person have to pay a money in a future days. After completion of 30 days, 90 days, you have to pay the amount. Okay, that is what a commercial bill. After the acceptance of a buyer, if a buyer agreed it, if he accept that bill will become a commercial. Okay, commercial here refers to, that means what? Here this instrument or these banks, these bills can be traded in a money market. Traded in a money market is nothing but the person who hold this bills, commercial bills, can get discounted in a commercial banks. Okay, if any person needs money before the completion of maturity period, that person can give the bills to the banks and get the amount back. Okay, that is what we say commercial bills. So in order to meet the short-term requirements of a company needs certain amount short-term finance to maintain the working capital requirement. Okay, for the shorter period of time, whatever the requirement are there, in order to meet that requirement, you can get your commercial bill discounted with the banks. That is what we say commercial bills. So the commercial bills arises when the credit sale happens. If a company sells the goods on credit basis, then only commercial bills arises. This is what commercial bills. So the next instruments are certificate of deposit or COD, you can say COD, certificate of deposit. Next one is commercial paper. What is certificate of deposit here? Certificate of deposit is a unsecured negotiable instrument. It is a unsecured negotiable instrument. Negotiable instrument is nothing but those instruments which can be traded or which can sold in a market is called as a negotiable instrument. Transferable can be happen. Such instrument is called as a negotiable instrument. So certificate of deposit is a unsecured negotiable instrument and registered of fund. Okay, it is a bearer or register of fund deposited in the fund. Okay, here certain amount you are going to deposit in a bank with a specific period. Say for example 1 year. Okay, the interest rate will be so and so. 10%, 5%, 15% will be the interest rate. So this is a unsecured promissory notes negotiable instrument. Okay, the fund is the register of fund in a bank. Okay, certain amount you are going to deposit in a bank with certain period of time and the specific interest for specific period, and for the specific interest you are going to deposit the amount. So here deposit of amount. Deposit of fund in a bank for a particular period, for the particular interest, for the specific interest is called as a certificate of deposits. So there will be differences between the fixed deposit as well as the certificate of deposit. Under fixed deposit, what happened? The sum of amount you are going to deposit in a bank for the particular period, say 5 years, 10 years you are going to deposit. You cannot withdraw the amount whenever you want. Here also, in certificate of deposit, certain sum of amount you are going to deposit for 1 year for a specific rate, for specific interest rate you are going to deposit the amount. But the difference between the fixed deposit and certificate of deposit is that this certificate of deposit is negotiable. You can transfer this certificate from one person to another person either fully or partially. fully you can transfer that amount or the partially you can transfer the certificate of deposit. And even this deposit can be traded in a stock market. Even in a stock market you can sell this type of deposits, this type of certificates to someone else. In a secondary market you can sell this type of market. This particular certificate not only traded in a money market, even this type of certificate of market can be traded in a stock market. It is your secondary market, and it is very high liquid. Okay, high liquidity means what? Easily you can convert it into cash. High liquidity, interest rate will be high, and even you can transfer it. If you doesn't want to hold the fund for the longer period of time, you can transfer it and you can get our amount back. Okay, that is what certificate of deposits. So the minimum denomination of the certificate of deposit will be 5 lakhs. The minimum amount you have to invest in this type of instruments, it will be 5 lakhs. That is what certificate of deposit. So here in certificate deposit is an unsecured negotiable instrument of your fund or the registered fund. Specific amount you are going to invest for the specific period for the specific rate of interest. This instrument is a negotiable, transferable, either fully or partially you can transfer, and even it can be sold to the somebody else or someone else in a secondary market, and it is very liquidity, high liquidity, and even the minimum amount of investment you have to make here is up to 5 lakhs. That is what certificate of deposit. Next is what? Commercial paper. Commercial paper is a unsecured promissory notes which is issued by the big companies. The reputed companies, they are going to issue the commercial papers in order to raise the short-term finance. In order to raise the finance for the shorter period of time, they will issue the commercial paper. So all the companies cannot issue the commercial paper. Only the big companies who are financially sound, who have a reputed in a market, whose goodwill is good in a market, those industries can issue the commercial paper and raise the finance for the company and meet their short-term requirement. That is what commercial paper. This commercial paper will be issued at discount and repayable or redeemed at par. Say for example, the paper instrument, whatever the value, face value will be 1 lakh, and this will be issued at a discount. Discount means what? Say for example, 10% of discount, 90,000 is going to be issued. That is what issued value. The person is going to buy the commercial paper on the value of 90,000. But at the time of redeemable, when the company is paying back the amount what he will get is par value. What is the face value is there, that they are going to get. So here this is also very liquid, and the lesser interest rate is going to be provided on a commercial paper. This paper is issued by those company who is reputed in the market, whose goodwill is good, who are financially sound, the credit worthiness, okay, who are credit worthiness, and even they should have a net worth, asset should have. There are certain restrictions. After meeting that restrictions, only the commercial paper can be issued. But small scale industries, they are not in a position to issue the commercial papers. Okay, there will be restrictions on issuing the commercial papers. So small scale industries will face difficulty to raise the funds, short-term funds from the commercial paper. It is one of the alternative for the companies. Instead of going banks, getting loans and financial institutions from the, instead of taking loans from the financial institutions or bank, they will get their funds from the commercial paper. By issuing commercial paper, they will raise the funds, but interest rate is less here when compared to the banks and financial interest rate. Financial institutions, if we take the loans from the financial institutions or banks, the interest rate will be high, but when here the interest rate will be less. It is an alternative for the bank to maintain the short-term requirement. Okay, that is what instruments of money market. One is call money market, another one is treasury bill, and the next one is commercial bills, certificate of deposit, and commercial paper. These are the 5 commercial instruments that are traded in the money market. The mainly participant or the players in the money market will be the Reserve Bank of India, that is our government, and commercial bankers, non-banking institutions, whatever the NGOs are there, they can get the funds amount from the money market, and even the corporates, big companies, they can get the finance from the money market. It is a market for the very shorter period of time. It is called as a money market. Okay. So the next type of financial markets are capital market. So the capital market is a market for long-term borrowings and lendings of funds. Okay, you can raise the capital for the long term, say more than 1 year. Okay, for more than 1 year or for the 10 years, 5 years, you can raise or you can borrow or even you can invest the funds in a capital market. That is called as a capital market. So here for the company or for the bankers, for any person, here you can borrow the funds, you can get the funds for the longer period of time. So the longer period of time here is nothing but more than 1 year. So in money market, 1 year or within 1 year you can get the amount or you can invest the amount. But whereas in case of capital market, for the longer period of time you can get the funds. Okay, that is what market, for capital market. Capital market is a institutional arrangement. It is a institutional arrangement through which long-term funds can be raised and invested. It is a arrangement, institutional arrangement. Okay, it is a institutional arrangement. Okay, it has a physical existence through which long-term funds can be raised or invested. So it includes both debt and equity. So you can invest in that or you can borrow in that. You can raise and even you can invest your save amount. That is what is a capital market. It is an institutional arrangement through which long-term funds can be raised. Okay, you can get it or even you can invest it in instruments of capital market. So the main objectives of capital market is to coordinate and balance between the flow of savings and the flow of investment. The main intention, the main objectives of capital market is to coordination and the balance between the flow of saving on one hand and other hand the investment, which leads to the capital formation of a country. So you have to invest the amount in a productive purpose so that your capital formation can be increased. The capital formation is nothing but the capital goods whatever a country possesses during a financial year. That is called as a capital formation. That is what objective of financial market. Another objective of financial market is directing the companies or the directs the flow of savings to the profitable channel. For the most profitable channels that savings has to be used. Okay, which ensures the optimum utilization of financial resources. So the whatever the financial resources you have, that you have to use in a effective manner so that the economy should grow, so that the economy will be developed. So for the development of a country, for the development of an economy, a sound financial market is required. It's essential. Okay, that is what a capital market. Capital market is an institutional arrangement through which long-term funds can be raised and invested. You can raise or even you can invest it. The main objective of it is to coordination and balance between the flow of savings and the flow of investment through which the capital formation of a company will be increased. Next one is whatever the financial resources are there, those financial resources should be invested in a most profitable channels for the productive purpose, for the development of a purpose that financial resources should be invested and those resources should be used in an effective and optimum manner. That is what the proper or optimum utilization of resources. Again, this capital market has been categorized into two ways. One is primary market, another one is secondary market. One is primary market. So primary market will also called as a new issue market. Primary market or new issue market. New issue market. So it is a market for fresh issue. Primary market are those market for fresh issue of securities. Fresh issue of securities or shares. It's called as a primary market. Primary market is a market for the fresh issue or new issues of shares and securities is called as a primary market. Under the primary market, newly established company or existing company will raise additional capital. Newly company will raise the capital for the startups. For the starting of their business, they will raise the money. They will issue the shares for the first time, which is not available for the public. Okay, before. Okay, that is what a primary market or new issue market. Primary market is a market for a new issue or fresh issue of shares and securities which is not available previously or which is not available before. That such shares and securities are issued in a primary market. Newly started companies, they are going to issue first time their shares and securities through the primary market, and existing company they will raise the additional capital through the new issue market. That is what primary market. Next one is what secondary market. Secondary market means what here? Secondary market or stock market you can say. This is a stock market, buying and selling of existing securities, purchasing and selling of existing securities is called as a secondary market or stock market. Whatever the securities, whatever the shares that have been already issued, that securities, that shares and bonds are traded. That is what purchasing and selling, buying and selling of existing security is called as a secondary market. Now, is a comparative view of money market and capital market. The first base of difference is duration. Under money market, we can raise the funds or we can invest the fund for the shorter period of time. Say for example, within 1 year or 1 year you can get the loan. That is for the shorter term. Whereas in capital market, you can invest or you can raise the amount for the longer period of time. That is more than 1 year you can get. In case of usage, okay, the utilization of funds. For the money market, you can get to utilize or to invest for the day-to-day operation or for the working capital requirement. You can use the fund. That is for the short term. Okay, from the money market you can raise. In the capital market, you can raise the fund not only for the working capital requirement but also for the fixed asset. For the longer period of time, you can use such fund in order to invest in a fixed assets or even you can invest in a working capital as well. Next is what instrument. What are the components, what are the elements, what are the instruments available in both the market. In case of money market, we get treasury bills, certificate of deposit, commercial papers, commercial bill, call money papers, that all comes under the money market. But whereas in a capital market, we'll get preference shares, equity shares, debentures and other securities will be traded in a capital market. Next is what? Brokers. So here in money market, the transaction will happen over the telephone. There is no need of a broker. But whereas in a capital market, we require intermediaries. We need a help of brokers to get the transactions executed. Next is what? Liquidity position. So under the money market, it is a very high liquidity. In order to provide the liquidity, a separate institution has been opened. Okay, that institution will give you the ready platform where you give you a ready market where you can buy and exchange securities. That is what it is a high degree of liquidity will be here. But whereas in capital market there will be considerable. Okay, there is not high, not less, but it is in between. Okay, considerable degree of liquidity will be there. Next one is safety. In case of money market, so it is a safety is assured. There will be no risk of default. Nothing will be, no risk will be not there. And even if the risk is less, if the minimum risk and there will be a minimum return also less. But whereas in a capital market, okay, next is capital money and money market meaning you have to give. Next is instrument of money market you have to explain in brief. And the last one is what is a primary market, that is new issue market. New issue market is a market for the new offerings, selling of new securities which is not previously offered for the public to subscribe. Okay, such subscription is called as a new market. That